Hey, how you guys doing? Me again. Now, of course, I saw this video just earlier today, and I thought I just decided I want to show it to you guys. Now, this video in particular is also in the link in the description if you want to see it or you want to watch it with me or whatever. But when I saw this video, I just thought it was just so off. It's a video entitled "Why Society Wants You to Jerk Off Every Day." And I'm just like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And so I clicked into the video here, and I'll start it up for you guys, and you can listen.
How do you top the perfect cup of Dutch cold brew?
There we go.
With the perfect
One
top
sec.
of sweet cold foam. For a velvet.
Ancestors had social anxiety when they went to battle, when they conquered new lands. No, they didn't feel a thing. They didn't even think before jumping into the heat of battle. They understood what life is, and you can't cherry pick the moments you'll have to live through.
Okay, so what this guy basically just said is that our ancestors went to war, and when they did, they didn't feel a thing because they understood what life was about. And I'm just thinking, like, I mean, even if they did understand what life was about, what the fuck is this guy talking about? They didn't go through anxiety during wartime. I'm just like, man, what the fuck are you talking about? They didn't go through. It's like, does this guy even know what war is? Has he seen any images of war? Of what it was like during, like, World War One, World War Two? Or how about the times when they didn't even have guns and we just had swords and you were just subject to just, I don't know, slicing somebody's entrails out and seeing people's guts all over the place? I mean, so what you're saying is that these people, even way in the past, didn't feel a thing just because we didn't have things like video games and dopamine and shit? I mean, well, you'll see what I mean here as he talks.
Moments are going to bring happiness, others sadness. But that's what it is. Social anxiety is a type of temporary psychological disorder that affects people that have a lack of exposure to social situations.
It's not just temporary sometimes, actually. Some people actually naturally have it. There's many different types of and stages of anxiety. If he even looked up or even picked up a psychology book even once, he would have known that.
You see, keeping yourself busy with social obligations and learning the rituals of how normal humans behave is going to instill a sense of confidence in your own behavior that is going to eliminate all problems related to social anxiety. Masturbation can be cause of anxiety. In a way, most people are...
Masturbation is basically what I would say kind of like marijuana is. Marijuana is a release, just like masturbation is a release. It's a momentary release for you to either help you control yourself better or help you feel a little bit better at the moment, or just to cure boredom. And actually, it does help with anxiety. That is as long as you don't just jerk off all the damn time and become addicted to masturbation. But moving on. Jesus.
Excused for having social anxiety. It is perfectly normal to be afraid of being in a situation for which you don't have enough experience to be in. The same goes for power. If you feel like you are losing control by being placed in some situation, you are naturally going to not want to be in that situation. No one likes doing things that make them feel worse. Luckily, social anxiety is a problem that can be easily fixed by dedicating yourself to retention and its benefits. How retention can cure your social anxiety problems. Here are just some of the ways engaging in the retention way of life can cure your social anxiety symptoms. You'll be hungry for success. One of the main ways how fapping to porn destroys your life quality is by making you feel like you are living a stable, happy, successful life. That is a delusion. That's the byproduct of all the dopamine and serotonin that is released after you reach peak PMO. Although the happiness...
Okay, now, like I said, it's just a momentary stress reliever. You know, it's just a release, is what masturbation is. And what this guy is saying is like, oh, it makes you feel like your life is more stable. I'm just like, man, what the fuck are you talking about? It makes your life feel more stable just because you jerked off. I mean, you maybe feel a little bit better, but that doesn't just make you think, oh, I just jerked off, so my life is stable. Like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Anyway, moving on.
Of masturbation is fleeting. There is virtually no limit to how many times per day you can engage in it, which is why it can serve as such a good substitute for reality. The real world is a difficult place to operate in. Things are unpredictable. People have hidden agendas, and there are no objective measures of the different variables around you. Balanced hormone levels. It is a well-known fact that masturbating can increase your prolactin levels. Prolactin can cause all sorts of hormonal problems, in severe cases. It can even lead to lactation, since that is the main function of the hormone. This image from ResearchGate serves as an excellent example. In several studies, we have recently demonstrated that orgasm induces prolactin secretion in healthy males and females. This suggests that prolactin may form a feedback regulator of the refractory period following orgasm. To examine this position, we investigated the prolactin response of a healthy multi-orgasmic male subject. Blood was drawn continuously during masturbation-induced orgasm. The prolactin response of the case subject was compared with that of 9 healthy adult men with a normal refractory period. The case subject showed no prolactin response to 3 orgasms. Data from this multi-orgasmic subject support the hypothesized role of plasma prolactin in contributing to sexual satiation mechanisms. No more brain fog. Similarly to the previous point, getting your hormones in check is going to do wonders for your mental clarity. Combine retention with...
Now, that brain fog that he's talking about, that's basically what I call doped. I'm not sure if they call it that in psychology, but what I mean by doped is that you have, let's say, somebody that plays a lot of video games, right? You get plenty of dopamine from playing video games. Well, when your mind has been doped, it's because you have put an excess of dopamine from playing a lot of video games. And so when that happens, your mind just tends to feel a bit foggy, as he is explaining there. So I would say that's not completely untrue, but the way he's stating it, it's, I don't know, taking it a little bit far when it comes to masturbation.
Proper diet and exercise routine, and you'll be looking at triple-digit gains in your cognitive functioning levels. You'll be solving real-world problems. Video games, pornography, and mindless internet browsing truly are digital cancer. Learning problem-solving skills about problems that don't exist. The more time you spend doing something, the better you are going to become at it. This is Mastery 101. Playing video games is going to make you a better video game player. Watching pornography makes you a porn-watching enthusiast.
I mean, true.
Reading useless, junk-tier news is going to make you good at reading news stories written for people with short attention spans. The more trivia you read, the worse your reading endurance is going to be. Retention gets you back to reality.
Okay, now, I just think that this guy really needs to stop judging other people's lifestyles at this point. I mean, so what if they like to fucking read things? I mean, reading isn't really a bad thing, and sometimes you just kind of need a moment to take a break. I mean, just like with masturbation in particular. I mean, sometimes you do need to relax, is what I'm trying to say. So, I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about.
Fronting your lack of sexual happiness is going to be the main motivation booster toward making you a better person. You will only defeat your social anxiety problems once you are ready to endure months of social rejection. You need the strength of character to do this. You need to retain your vital force. What is the best treatment for social anxiety? The best treatment for social anxiety is a combination of exposure therapy, retention, and becoming more socially aware. You need to put yourself out there. You need to talk to more people, and you need to improve your quality of life. You need to look good, dress well, and exercise so that people are going to find your company enjoyable. You need retention in order to have the motivation, and drive in order to do all the above-mentioned things.
Did you know you can go to libertymutual.com to customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need? Really?
So, I'm going to stop the video right there. So, yeah. What that guy is talking about is just almost completely full of shit. And even if he kind of is making some sense in parts of the video, it's ultimately just bullshit. Now, I mean, do I recommend people go out a bit more sometimes? Yeah, sure. But, there's things he is talking about sometimes, like, dressing better and working out. Getting nice clothes can cost a shitload of money. And not everybody has the money to pay for clothes, like some people do. And not everybody really has the time to work out that much. Like some of these people that are working for IT tech and stuff, they sometimes have very busy schedules. They're sitting in chairs, office chairs like this all fucking day in front of their computer, do work on algorithms or whatever, or computer shit. And after like a 12-hour workday, the 16-hour workday, while doing paperwork and computer work or whatever area they were working at, do you think that they're going to have the time to work out? No. By the time they get home, they're going to be too fucking tired. And the only thing that they are going to be thinking about is when they're going to go to bed. And at best, they're probably going to watch a movie and then go to bed. Maybe have something to eat. And if they have kids, they'll probably have to deal with the kids for a bit before they have to go to bed, etc. But, this guy, he's also just making it sound like, oh, just do this and that, and you'll just be successful. Well, I wish life was really that simple. That we could just fix all of our problems just like that, just by following a few simple guidelines, but that's just not how it works. But I also thought it was funny how this video was called Why Society Wants You to Masturbate Every Day, but yet he's talking about the symptoms of over masturbating and everything, and why you need to go out more. And I'm just like, okay, so where's the part where this video is actually telling me why society wants me to masturbate every day? Because it's just clickbait. It's just a fucking clickbait video, basically. It's like, okay, so you give this title to this video, but all you talk about is the symptoms of over-masturbation and why you need to stop, and that you need to go out more, basically. It's like, okay, you need to work on your fucking titles, whoever this is. But anyway, with that being said, I will just end this video right here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.